Hey, Daniel, can you hear me?
Yeah, what's up?
Yeah, hi Daniel, how are you?
I'm good. How about you?
Yeah, fine. Hey, tell me one thing. We completed automatic PO, right?
Uh, you see, the last two classes, like I came in late by like
Okay.
an hour, so I cannot answer that. Like maybe we did it, but I don't remember. If you mean automatic PO, like purchase info, we did that a long time ago. PIR, we did that a long time ago. It's like that's what you're talking about. Yeah, we did that. But if you're talking about something else, then no, we didn't do that.
No, no, I think so. We have done that automatic PO.
Is automatic PO different than PIR, purchase info record?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, I don't remember us doing this.
Sure. We'll check.
Okay, all right.
Hi, Rajiv sir. Can you hear me, Rajiv sir?
Hello, everyone. Can you hear me?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Hello.
Hello. You are able to see my screen.
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay.
Hey, Rajiv, I have a question.
Yeah, please go ahead. Yep.
Yeah, did we do automatic purchase orders? What is that?
Yes, if you remember, while setting up the master data,
Yeah.
there are two important settings. One is in the vendor master data, and another one is the material master data. So let me just quickly, do you want to know about those settings?
Yeah, you can tell me that, but you can also tell me like what module it was on. That I'm saying what video, what date we did it on, and then I'll just go
So
back.
you can check, just a moment, let me just quickly go to our attendance so that I
Sure.
can tell you the dates on which we have covered the. Yeah, material master data. We have started this in the second lecture, that is on 17th of October, and also it was continued in 19th of October. So if you can check the videos on these for these two dates, 17th and 19th, then you will come to know about what settings we do so that we can activate the automatic purchase order functionality in SAP.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. Tomorrow I have a day off, So I'm definitely gonna go over these 2 videos. Thank you.
Yep. But quickly, I can share you in a nutshell. This is the field for which we have to activate the material for automatic PO. This is there in the purchasing view where I am pointing my cursor, and this is the field automatic PO. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Similarly, in vendor master data as well, there is a field, and for vendor as well, we have to activate it for automatic PO. And that field is also in the purchasing view, because the purchase order is is going to be activated in the purchasing view only, right? So we are in purchasing view. This is the VP role for purchasing, and right now we are in purchasing screen. I'm just scrolling it down. So here is a field for automatic PO. Oh, can you see this field? Here it is.
Yes, yes.
This is a field, and we can just read the description as well. I mean the documentation. So what it says, if you want to use automatic conversion, note the following additional conditions. In case of purchase requisitions for materials, you should also select the indicator automatic purchase order in the purchasing view of the material master record. So that I had shown you, correct? And the first line also we can read it for you, that it allows you to automatically generate purchase order from purchase requisitions if the requisitions has been assigned to a supplier, because it is very important the requisition must be assigned to the supplier.
Okay.
Okay, and the second point, in the case of purchase requisition for services, you should also select the indicator automatic creation of PO for service purchase requisition in customizing for services by choosing, yeah, this is the menu path they have shared, ISPRO, IMG, MM, external service management, and source determination and default value. So they are talking about two types of purchase requisitions. One is for material and one is for services. So in case of services, it is important that this setting should be there. This setting should be there. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Yep. And you are already aware that in case of purchase requisition, it should be assigned with the vendor. It is very important. So let me just quickly go to the PR. Any PR, we can open it up. And at the item level, this is the tab you have to take care of it, source of supply. So here the vendor should be there. If the vendor is not there, then how can the system will going to identify the vendor? Because it has to automatically generate the PO. And for purchase order, it is very important to have vendor and material both. But in this case, if there is no any vendor assigned, then the system will not going to create an automatic PO for this PR. Reason being, the vendor is absent, the vendor is missing, even though the vendor is already flagged for the automatic PO, even though the material is already flagged for the automatic PO. But in PR, the vendor has to be there, it should be there. Okay.
All right.
Okay, great. So today we will going to learn more about the invoice for unplanned cost and the planned cost. Okay. So the last time of the topic that was for the blocking of the invoice that actually still remains as open. So yesterday I haven't got much time to explore that why our invoices are getting blocked. There are a couple of other configurations as well. So I will going to cover them in our next lecture. Okay, maybe we will try to explore in this lecture as well. So, but before that, we can complete these two topics of unplanned cost and the planned cost. So what exactly is unplanned and planned cost are? Sometimes what happens that while creating the purchase order, under conditions, it is important that apart from this material cost, we can also enter some freight charges as well while creating the purchase order. So for example, in this case, the net price of this item is 390 euro, but the vendor is charging 4 euros as a freight charges, because he will be using one one small size truck, and that truck will going to charge 4 euro to deliver this 10 kg of sugar to the buyer's address, this plant location. This is a receiving location where the sugar will be received, right? This is the receiving plant, which we always mention in the item overview of the purchase order. So if the particular freight charges are always, already maintained during the creation of the purchase order, then such type of cost will be called as planned cost, because the buyer was already aware that we need to pay the material cost, and we also have to pay the freight charges as well. Okay, so this is the buyer, debt to purchase. Okay, debt to purchase is the buyer, and he is having the information that we need to enter the freight charges as well. Okay, so let us quickly do one thing. Let us create one new purchase order today, and we can even copy as well with this one. See, and there is a field for purchase documents. You can see this purchasing, and we can enter this purchase order, and all the fields will be copied over. This is the quickest way to create a purchase order, by copying an existing PO. So it is that the old purchase order from which we have copied was also containing 10 kg. So definitely the quantity will also going to get copied, and the delivery date is for today, that is 11th of November. We have everything with us. Okay, and let's go to the condition, and here I will going to enter the freight charges as well. Says there is no any condition for freight. Gross price. Okay. Let's do one thing. Let us first explore the scenario for unplanned delivery cost. Okay. So let us quickly save it, because this particular purchase order is not having the conditions for freight. Okay. And I will tell you the reason that why those conditions are not appearing. So this is the purchase order. Okay. And we're going to post the good receipt for this PO. $750, $753. So the document is posted. Let us refresh our purchase order. So the GR is done. Now, what we will going to do, we will going to enter the unplanned cost, right? Which was the buyer had mistakenly, he has forgotten to mention the freight charges or any kind of a delivery cost. Okay. Now let us quickly go to the Miro section, Miro transaction code, and we will post the invoice, the regular invoice. Okay. $753. Here you can see this is the price which we have to pay for 10 kg of sugar, that rupees 39 per kg. So 390, enter, and then can you see this unplanned delivery cost? So let's say €4 we have to pay as a delivery cost for him, and here you can see the balance is appearing as 4. So we have to add 4 in this. Okay, 394. Let us simulate. So you can see this is going into a different account. It is automatically fetching the cost center, and this cost center will be having an expense of €4 for the delivery cost. And in the vendor's account, if you remember guys, I have shown you this GL account, this reconciliation account, which is assigned in the vendor master data, and this particular reconciliation account is getting credited. That means the money is going first into this reconciliation account, 394 rupees, and after that the AP team, the finance team will going to credit this money into the bank of this particular supplier. Okay. So this is the, just very simple thing. I mean,
I have a question, Rajiv sir.
Yeah, tell me. Yeah.
As you have entered, unplanned.
Yes.
Can you please read this? What is that full form? Unplanned.
Unplanned delivery cost. Cost.
So unplanned delivery cost. Okay. So how can we know that it is $4 or $5? It should be in percentage, right?
Actually, see, if this could be a condition type, right, which we were using in the purchase order, then you have two options. Either you can enter the freight charges in terms of value, or you can enter the freight charges in terms of percentage. But here, this will not going to be a percentage. This will going to be the actual value which is being charged by the supplier to your organization. So this will not going to be in percentage, but the condition for which we were searching while entering in this purchase order, let me just quickly show you the purchase order. Here, if you go to the conditions here, I wasn't able to find any condition record for freight, because the pricing procedure is containing only these much condition type only. This is the reason that the freight condition is not appearing over here. So
and one more question: when will we get that chance? When will this situation arise that we will put that €4? In what situation?
This will going to happen in the situation when the buyer had mistakenly, or I would say unknowingly, forgot to add the delivery cost, the freight charges, while creating the purchase order. So
Okay, so
because
it is a mistake from the
business
end
side,
users,
end user, yes, yes, this is
Okay.
just for your information, that you, the people who are taking this training for SAP should be very much aware about different types of, circumstances in which the invoice can be paid. But you need not to post any invoice in your career, right? This is the work of AP people, the accounts payable team, the finance
Yes.
people. They are day in day out working on these posting of the invoices. In any organization, there's around 10 to 12 people, maybe 4 to 5 people of finance only. They are taking
Okay.
care of accounts receivable, they are taking care of accounts payable. But you should be aware that how we can utilize this functionality, of entering the unplanned cost while creating the purchase order. No, let me just correct my word. You should be, able to know that how we can enter the planned cost while creating the purchase order, and unplanned cost while posting the invoice. Because if the freight charges is missed to be entered in the PO, then definitely this cost going to be unplanned, because the buyer was not planned to add the freight charges in the PO. Because if he had already added those 4 euros in purchase order, then the total quantity of 394 would have been flown from the PO to invoice. So there would have been, no need to enter those 4 as an unplanned delivery cost. So hope I am able to answer your question.
Yeah, I'm clear now.
Okay. So
So Rajiv,
yes,
in unplanned delivery cost, there are only freight charges to be entered or any other cost we can enter here.
you can enter any kind of a charges. I mean, any charges. This doesn't mean that you will be taking care of, you know, rate charges only. Any kind of a charges you can enter.
Okay. For example, there is one scenario. For example, the business was created one PO, and they mistakenly put it the wrong cost. Means there is something missing in cost or incorrect cost. So can we correct in during Miro?
In incorrect cost.
Yes.
What
Means
do you
there is
mean by?
something. Means something missing. Means for example, one is equal to 39 rupees, right?
Hmm,
And they require to charge the 40 rupees for 1 kg.
okay.
And then after they find that we charge minimum cost. So can we correct this in Miro or require to do
Yes,
changes in PO?
yes, you can correct it, but it is very important that uh, the 10 rupees what you have to pay extra, that should fall under the tolerance limit.
Okay.
Because in such cases, what will going to happen, there are chances of fraud by the AP team. Because you never know that if the purchase order is created with 39 rupees and the overall cost of the purchase order is 390, and it was well approved by the manager of the sourcing team of the purchasing department. But let's say if accounts payable team is having some uh, mm, you know mischievous conversation with the supplier, then he will be he will going to ask vendor that please send the invoice of with the rate of 45 rupees per kg, and we will going to distribute this extra amount half, getting the point.
Yes,
So
yes.
there is a tolerance limit for which we have understood last time, that for every kind of invoice payment, depending upon the company code settings, there is some overpayment limit is set, that if a purchase order cost is 30 rupees, then the maximum amount which the invoice person can pay is only 10% of the PO value. That means he can only pay maximum 33 rupees, not more than that. Otherwise, if he's trying to enter some other amount irrespective of the PO amount more than the tolerance limit, then the invoice
Mhm.
going to get blocked.
Okay, Rajiv sir. So this the tolerance limit is set so that the mischievous activity will not be there in the organization.
Exactly, yes. This is done only to prevent such kind of bad activities, I would name them, right? So that
So Rajiv, for the best practice, it should be correct in PO, right? It should be corrected in PO.
yes, it should be absolutely the correct PO. Yes.
Okay, okay, got it. Thank you.
Yep. Text code I1, just a moment. Text code I1. Text statement item missing for text code IO. Why it is talking about IO? No text item. GL account item.
Hi Rajiv.
Hello.
Uh, there must be some configuration from where cost center and other details are getting fetched for unplanned delivery cost.
Okay, yeah. Good question. Let me just show you the simulate part. If we can see, for this 4 rupees, this particular cost center is appearing, correct? So, and this GL is getting triggered, which shows that we have to pay extra 4 rupees as a delivery cost to the supplier. So, just a moment. So we were going to open up this GL account in the transaction FS00, the one which is having the description of loss. Okay, loss price variance. And let me just click on these information CA. Control data. Accounts control. I'm just trying to check this particular GL account, but it is not showing any kind of link with this cost center. Okay, just a moment. We can display this cost center in the transaction K03. So this is a cost center with the controlling area. And just a moment. There is a transaction OBYC wherein we can check the transaction for price difference, freight clearing, or unplanned delivery cost, something like that. So let's check that as well. We will going to get the details from there. external activity FRI, FRL. Let's check this one. So YOCA. Oh, no, this is a different account. Okay. Custom clearing, inventory posting. Okay. What is the just a moment. This is 52041. 52041. No, it's not there. I will come back to you on this one because this is a finance related question. But I will come back to you that from where this particular cost center is being picked up. Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
Yes.
So guys, this was the scenario for unplanned delivery cost, wherein you can post this invoice. Okay. And let us post this invoice. This is the invoice we have now created, and let's quickly go to the purchase order and refresh this PO. In the item overview, you will be able to see that the material was posted for 390, but the invoice was posted for 394. It is having the what I would say, in the inclusion of the unplanned delivery cost as well. Okay. Any questions so far? Hello.
Yeah, nothing from my end.
Okay. There is one setting, let us check once again for the invoice block part that I need to clarify. So let's quickly go to the SPRO. Necklace management, logistic invoice verification. Logistic invoice verification. Invoice block. 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 Item amount check. Item amount check. Okay. And activate item amount check. So here you can see for 1710 as well, this is activated. Okay. This is one of the configuration. And let us go to set item amount check. So 1710. Okay, it is there. It is fine. Okay. this is a particular setting. This can be done for activating a particular company code for the amount check. The tick has to be there. Okay. Any questions so far, everyone?
Noted, Raju.
Okay. So guys, we are done with the invoice verification. Okay. And we will cover the next topic for purchase order pricing, how this work in SAP MM, how the pricing conditions are flowing from the configuration into the purchase order. Okay. This is very important topic. So let us quickly go into the SPRO part, and first let us have a look at the pricing procedure, which can be seen in the purchase order screen itself. So what exactly is pricing procedure? Pricing procedure is referring that it is a group of different conditions. Those conditions could be the gross price, some other conditions such as discounts, freight charges, or some kind of a taxes, some kind of a surcharges. And by having the proper schema in place, schema is a type of calculation with which the actual net price of the product is calculated after considering the discount and the freight charges, okay, and also the taxes as well. So how you will going to check that which particular release procedure is working for your purchase order? So let's take an example of this purchase order which we have created today. In the item level tab, in the item level, there is a tab for conditions, and this condition tab is also having one more tab for analysis. So I'm hitting on analysis, and system is going to give you the name of the pricing procedure. It is RM1000. So this RM1000 will going to have these sets of condition types. This is saying that is the gross price. These are manual conditions, R000. Okay. Now we'll go to the configuration. Let us close this. Under materials management, under purchasing, okay. Under purchasing, there is conditions, and under condition, we will going to expand define price determination process. Okay. So there are several things which we will going to learn today. So first of all, let us check that how your calculation procedure looks in configuration. So let me again hit on this analysis button, and this is having the calculation procedure as RM1000. Okay. So RM1000, we will going to check in define schema determination. So I am hitting on this determine calculation schema for standard purchase order. No, not this one. Just a moment. Set calculation schema. So these are different types of procedures which are used in different types of purchase orders, and we have to select our one, that is RM1000. So let us go to position and we'll type RM1000 and hit enter. And this is the purchasing kind of procedure. What we have to do, select this and hit on the left hand navigation control data, and system will going to open this for you. Getting the point, guys? सबको समझ में आ रहा है friends? How you can check the particular pricing procedure, and this procedure is containing a set of different conditions, P00 and P001. Actually, as per standard functionality, what happens? This is PB00 and this is PBXX. So let me just correct this. Let me just come out. P001. These are the list of all the condition types which we are using in our purchasing activity. So it was P001. So let us correct the name of P001. P001. It is there. Okay. Enter. This is the gross price. So, and how you will going to understand that which one is PB00 and PBXX. So PBXX is manual one. Do you remember that, friends? We have discussed this.
Yes.
Right? We have discussed this particular very important scenario that if you do not have purchasing information record in place, then in purchase order, PBXX will going to appear as automatically. But if you have a valid info record in place, PB00 will going to appear automatically. And how you can identify that which one is PB00? That means you will going to have one access sequence automatically assigned, and this access sequence is pointing towards the setting of the info record. It will going to clearly show you that this access sequence is related to the info record. But in this case, it is not having any access sequence. That means it is an manual gross price. So this is PV00. Okay. So what I will going to do, I will not going to delete this one. Okay. I will just going to copy this, copy as PV00. Sorry, PBXX. PBXX. This is the an entry already exists. Oh, just a moment, guys. We do not want to save, and we are yes, we want to cancel. So let us check PBX. Okay, PBXX is there. It is there. PBXX is there, and let us check for PB00 as well. Yeah, PB00. Okay, both the conditions are there. So let us quickly have a look at this condition. This is the manual price. Okay, but the mistake what was done in the pricing procedure, they have chosen this P001. So this is the mistake they have done, and they also have not chosen the PB00 condition as well. So let us quickly go to the PB00. This will be having the access sequence in it. Can you see? This is having the access sequence of info record. So what we can do, we can go to our info record, sorry, our calculation schema, and will assign these two condition records, the correct one, the condition types, I would say. Okay, go to control data. We're going to remove this P00. We will going to replace it with PBXX. So PBXX, where is PBXX? So many condition types. MNOP. Yeah, here it is. This is PBXX, and the second one we will going to replace with PB00. The automatic condition which appears when you have info record in place. With me, guys? सबको समझ में आ रहा है, friends? वो condition record गलत assign की थी उसमें. So hitting enter key, and now we will going to save this. This is a configuration change. And also one important thing, this particular RM00, it also not having the freight charges as well. Okay. So what we will going to do, so you have understood that this particular RM00 is having all these sets of condition records, and this is the counter which is calculating the sequence of condition records one by one, and these are the steps. By following these steps, you have to enter your condition record. So sometimes you might be wondering that why after 1 there is 10 is mentioned, why there is no any sequence is maintained like after 2 or 3. So sometimes what happens, friends, there might be some requirement of inserting any other conditions between 1 and 10, so we can utilize 2 and we can enter freight charges, right? We can do this right now only in this particular pricing procedure. We will going to enter 2 and we will going to enter 1 freight charges condition just below the PB00. So how we can do that? Just click on new entries. Okay, and we also have to follow the counter as well. So we will going to follow this as 2, because at second number we will going to enter the freight charges. Okay, but after this particular counter 1 2, we will going to have some different counter. So let's see, let's go to new entries. Step is 2 and condition we will going to choose sorry, this is counter, so let us choose counter as 3. Let's see, and this is the condition, and we're going to select the freight condition from here. So can you see there are n number of freight conditions are there. So let us select FRB1. FRB1, hit enter. You should use the counter only.
Rajiv, if we select step 2, then we can use counter as a 1, right?
Let's try.
Step is different. Step is different.
Yep. Okay. Let's try with this one as well. Just a moment. You should use the counter only for manual conditions. So let me just first of all flag this. Yeah, you are absolutely correct. Yeah, because the counter will going to behave as a a new counter for each step, right?
Yes.
Okay, so we can do like that as well. There is no need to follow the counter which is already going on from the previous conditions. Okay, so so this is just a value, and we will going to save this particular condition, and if you can see, it is just now appearing below the gross price. Getting the point, guys? सबको समझ में आ रहा अच्छी तरह?
Yes, Rajiv.
और अभी आप देखो, this purchase order we have created just now. No, this is the PR. I was talking about, yes, this PO. Let us go back. Yes, this is the PO. In this particular PO, you are not able to have any information of FRB1, because right now we have included that condition in this particular pricing procedure, right? But after this, once the configuration is saved, if you are creating a new purchase order, then you will be able to see the FRB1 as well. This is going to appear not now. Yes, can you see it is appearing now? Yeah, the condition is refreshed, and now you can see the FRB1 is there. Earlier it was not appearing, reason being the pricing procedure was not containing this particular condition type. Okay.
Such a freight charges we can add in a PR also, right? In purchase info record.
Yes, you can do there as well. Yes. Okay, so let us go to this. Yep, this is the purchasing document which we have amended today. Okay, Now, one more important thing that here, if you can see, in this particular discount percent on gross, one is mentioned, one. What do you mean by one? This one is referring to the step, these two steps. That means how system will going to know that to which particular gross price condition type the discount is to be calculated. Getting the point, guys? For example, if
Yes, yes.
right, if I'm purchasing 1 kg of sugar and one toothpaste, but the shopkeeper is saying that you will only going to get discount only those grocery items, not on the toothpaste. That means he is giving some conditions that only on the grocery items. So that's why I'm just sharing this example of grocery with you all, that here it is very, very important to mention that on which step this particular percentage is will going to get calculated. That means, for example, if my price of sugar is 39 and vendor is giving me 1% discount, that means out of those 39 euro, 3.9 euro will going to get deducted and I have to pay only some 36 euro something, so and some cents. Getting the point, guys? Hello?
Yeah,
Yes.
question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so on the fifth column, we have a one. That one refers to the steps, right? To the gross prices.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, so if we were to change the value to 2, then it would affect the freight value.
Exactly, you are absolutely
Okay,
correct.
gotcha.
Yes.
All right, thank you.
And we will not going to do that. This is just for your understanding, because whatever is being calculated is only and only on the gross price. For example, I've just giving you an example of 1 kg of sugar. It could be 4,000 US dollars. It could be 1,500 euros. So whatever is the percentage of the discount will going to get calculated, it will be on the gross price. Now, very important information to you all, the logic of this 6. Have you ever seen in a purchase order that both the conditions are appearing together, like PB00 or PBXX? Have you ever seen that both the conditions are appearing together? Or is it okay to appear both the conditions together? Got confused little?
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm
I'm telling you the scenario. See, let me just quickly create one purchase order for you. So that, just a moment, ME21N. We were having some old purchase order as well, right? Which were having the info record. Not sure. Those were 674, some kind of a, yes, 6. Okay, 6666671. Let's check. 671, 674. I don't know where our purchase order have gone. This is very different situation. 741. Okay, this is the 741. Yes, it is having info record. Okay, 492. Okay, it is having 40 euro as well. Okay. But why no any condition is appearing? Can you see? Can you see our now our conditions are corrected? Okay.
Yeah.
In these in this particular purchase order for this existing pricing procedure RM 1000, but it is having, okay, yeah, I think this is a, just a moment, this is a, is it a written purchase order or what? 101. Ten kg 39. Okay, this is a subcontracting PO. Okay, okay, leave it. So what we're going to do, let us create a new purchase order instead of checking for these old ones. ME21N. Let's put in over here the vendor, the material, the plant, and the purchase organization. Conditions without missing info record PVXX. But here you can see that our conditions PVXX is not appearing, even though it is there. Even though it is there. So we have to check out what exactly is the issue. So let us go to the condition types and check. Define condition types. PVXX. Gross price. It says item condition. Manual entry has a priority. Amount percentage. Pricing procedure. Group conditions. Manual entries as a priority. Item condition. Quantities scale. P001. Item conditions. Manual entries as a priority. Okay, so this is the manual one. Let's go to the P. There was one more P. There was one more which was having the access sequence. Yes, P00. This is the one which I said. Yes, this is the one. Okay, with access sequence. Item conditions 002. Let us choose PVXX. I don't know, due to some reason, this is not appearing as a default. We have to choose this as a manual. Okay. Now we will going to enter the price as 40 euro. Let's go to condition again. Okay. Now, can you see 40 is there? Okay. And this is for 5 kg sugar. And here you can see as a default, these two conditions cannot be entered together, the PB00 and PBXX, because this will going to create the conflict in the system. Okay. And let us check for the discount, the gross price, R000, discount percent on gross. Okay. Now I will going to give 1% as a discount, and what will going to happen? 1% of 200. That will be 2 euro. So the total price will going to get reduced by how many euros?
So
The discount part I am asking about with reference to
198.
yes, exactly. Yes. So can you see this? How the discount is getting calculated now?
Yep.
Right? So this is how it is getting, calculated. It is clearly saying -1%. Okay, this is how the discount is getting calculated. And the very important thing, which I wanted to show you all, that both these conditions will never going to appear automatically as together. If there is no any info record, then if there is no any info record, then what will going to happen? PV access will going to appear. But if there is info record, then PV00 will going to appear. Now, this is the thing which is controlling that only one condition will going to appear at a time, and this is condition exclusion. The 6th number is referring to condition exclusion. Okay, the system will going to check whether this particular condition, this particular material plant vendor, material vendor and plant and purchase organization are containing an info record or not. If not, then this system will going to give you the PV00, PVXX, and in case of info record, it will going to give you PV00. And just a moment, guys. We were facing some issues with the automatic fetching of the condition record in this particular purchase order. Just now, I reminded myself that we are already having an old info record in here. Okay, and this old info record is having a condition of some different condition type of gross price. Okay, let me just hit on these conditions. Okay, it is not showing. So due to this reason, this PVXX was not appearing. Okay, so now let us save this. And there are some couple of more settings as well that we will going to learn in configuration. So let us quickly jump on to the configuration part. So this is the configuration procedure. Okay.
Rajan, there is a total 17 field in pricing procedure as compared to ECC.
Can you please come again? What you are telling?
In a pricing procedure, there are total 17 fields as compared to ECC, right? In S4.
These fields are talking about?
Yes, yes. There
I
are total 17 fields, right? As compared to ECC.
You are talking about these columns.
Yes, yes. This
Okay.
total 17 fields, right?
Yes, I need to compare with ECC system as well. So how many
Okay.
fields are there? How many columns are there in ECC?
Then there are total 16 fields in ECC, and in S4 there is one field is added that is relevant for
And
posting.
what is that extra field?
This one is after static, after static, statistically.
Is that
Right.
this one?
Class, no, after statics, this relevance.
Oh, this one relevant for account
Yeah,
determination.
according to definition, yes, right. This will
Oh,
added in S4.
oh, okay. Okay, yeah. Thank you for sharing this. I really have, haven't noticed that. Okay,
Yeah, no.
okay, fine. Yeah. So let us check this field as well. What the document says about this relevant for account determination. In the pricing process, the following settings for the price conditions have been made. The pricing condition is used for statistics only. That is, you have selected the statistics indicator. You have selected an account key that defines two accounts. The accrual key is not taken into the account. You can use this indicator to define the statistical pricing condition posted to account based property. Okay. This is actually relevant for the profitability analysis. This is under extension ledger of financial accounting. So we need not to do anything for this one. We can leave it as it is. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Thank you for sharing this important information. Okay. Let us save this. So now let us quickly come back to the condition type as again. I just want to give you the basic idea of these freights. So if you can see, let us quickly check about any discount conditions. There is some settings with which the negative the price is getting reduced when a discount is applied. Okay, so let us quickly find out that condition that we have applied for our purchase order today. ME23N. Oh, okay, this was the condition R000. So let's go to position R000, hit enter. Let's double click this and go inside. So there is one important factor, that how the system is calculating the negative sign. Can you see this? -1, everyone? -1. Hello?
Yes.
Right? This minus is controlling from here. The discount will also will always going to have negative sign. Reason being, this will going to reduce the gross price, the net price of the PO, right?
Yes, right.
Correct. This if
Deduction happens.
the deduction happens exactly, and if somebody had mistakenly changed this negative to positive, what will going to happen? For our case of 200 euro to be paid to the supplier, that person have to pay 1% of those 200. That means you have to pay 200 too. So that person will going to get angry that your system is not working fine. Getting the point, guys? Why it is
Yes,
adding
right.
the discount? It should deduct the discount from the net price of the PO. So this is the situation which is getting controlled from this condition type of discount percent for this particular condition type R000, and this is the control which is controlling the calculation of the discount. Okay, now I have a question for do we have Vikas here? Vikas, are you there? Okay, no problem. Question, do we have Mansi?
Yes, Rajiv.
Question to you, if this particular condition would have been for freight, then what would be the situation of this sign? What exactly in case of freight?
It should be A, that is positive, because the value should increase as freight charges would be extra.
And those freight charges will be added to the net price, or it will be subtracted from the net price?
Added to the net price.
Very good. So let's come back and let us explore any of the freight charges condition. Okay, so freight charges, it starts with FR. So what you can do, if you are unable to find freight charges by scrolling it down, what you can do, go to position and type FR and then 1 star. Then all the conditions starting with FR will going to appear. Okay, can you see all FR, FR, FR? So let us quickly explore this condition. FRB1, go to details. So what is appearing over here? Mansi?
Positive A.
Yes, that means whatever the value we will going to enter in freight charges will going to get added to the net value of the PO, FRB1. So let us quickly go over here. Let's go to the change mode and we're going to enter this freight manually. Okay. This is the freight value. Sometimes it is taking more time to copy the select conditions. Now it is appearing. Now I will going to add 3 rupees as a freight charges. Okay, no, just 2 rupees. Okay. So this will going to add into the existing net price of the PO. Yeah, provision account key is missing for FRB1 in calculation schema. Okay, got it. Actually, the accrual key is missing for this. Let me just show you. Let us double click this error so that you can understand. Condition type FRB1 is marked as provision relevant. However, the account key for posting provisions is missing in schema. Schema means the pricing procedure for this condition type. It is not possible to make a posting to the provision account without an account key. Okay. That means there is an account key to be mentioned. So let us quickly go to the pricing procedure. Let's come back from this condition type screen. One more come back. You have to close this screen and let us go to set calculation schema purchasing. Let us quickly go to RM1000, hit enter, select this, go to control data, and this is the FRB1 system is referring to. So there is an account key. So this account key is usually relevant for freight. Can you see this FR1 freight clearing? So we're going to enter this over here and we'll save this. Okay, so this is saved now. And what the system is, I mean, you might be thinking that why this particular error has come. I can tell you the reason, because the freight is getting posted to a different account. And this particular account transaction key is assigned to a GL account. I will show you this. FR1 is assigned to a different GL account in the configuration. Let us quickly go to the OBYC. We will going to understand this in our next lecture of valuation and account assignment. Can you see this freight clearing FR1? I'm just double clicking this. This is the chart of account. This holds all the GL accounts and cost centers and profit centers and these transaction event keys in it. And this is the GL account which will going to get triggered when we are posting some freight values in the PO. Okay. So now let us go to the purchase order and let's try to enter once again the freight FRP1. Okay. I would see we have to come out, then again we will going to enter ME22N 74. Let's give us €2. Why it is showing the same error again? Customizing. Oh, I'm already there in the change mode. Okay. What's this? Let's try to enter our freight charges. So ME23N. Change mode. Let's see, now it should not show the error. Let's go with €5. Perfect. Okay. So now what will going to happen, guys? In this situation, this particular price will not going to get added over the material. Reason being, this will going to go to a different account, that is the accrual account. If you can select this and go to the detail here, condition details, it will going to go to these accounts. Getting the point, guys? Right? This will not be added to your actual €198. Okay. So this is how the freight price will going to play its role in this purchase order. Now what we will going to do, we will going to quickly create our own purchasing schema. And there are some other settings as well. That is, number one is schema group of purchase organization. We have to define schema group of for suppliers and for purchase organizations. These all three steps we have to perform. So this is a schema group of purchase organization. This is created for 1710. This is schema group of suppliers, that if you want to trigger any specific conditions for a particular vendor, then you can create a specific, separate schema group. Okay. Now, what we will going to do today, we're going to create one schema group like new as like this. We will going to give the number as 07 and test schema group. Okay. And save this 07. So we are done with the schema group. Test schema group. Type vendor as well. Okay. So this is the schema group we have created. Now, schema group of purchase organization. So we already have this schema group 1710. So there is no need to create any new schema group for purchase organization. It is already there. Then what we will going to do, we're going to assign schema groups to the purchase organization. Okay. So if you can see purchase organization, and this is the purchase organization. So if you can see here the assignment, you can see over here, this is the test purchase org, and this is already assigned to the standard schema. Okay. Standard. This is fine. There is no need to do any change in this one. We can come back. This is the setting you have to, perform. And now let us do one thing. We're going to create our own set of purchase pricing procedure. Let's go to RM1000. Hit enter. What we will going to do, select this and copy this. Okay. So we're going to give the name as ZPO test. Okay. This is our new pricing procedure, and we're going to give some name as procedure for training. Okay. And this will going to copy all the entries from the existing RM1000 into this new one. You have to just click on enter, and it will going to copy all your conditions. If you can see, all these conditions are getting copied. So if you can see, this is done. Enter. So this is our new pricing procedure we have created. सबको समझ में आ रहा है friends? Are you able to understand? Hello?
Yes, Rajiv.
Okay. Now select this, go to the control data, and you will going to see all those same conditions which you are able to see in the RM1000. Okay. Now what you will going to do, if you want, you can add some more conditions in this, or you can even leave it as it is. And if you want to remove these conditions of absolute discount or header discount as well, then you can remove this as well. So what we can do, we can select these conditions, contract header. We are removing these three conditions from our pricing procedure. We do not need them anymore. Okay. So we are removing it. And let us save. So if you can see, our pricing procedure ZPO testing is containing only how many conditions? 12. Hello?
Yeah.
Right?
Listening.
It is containing 12 conditions. Let us save the changes once again. And let's come back. One more come back. And now what we have to do, you have to define schema determination. And here you will be assigning schema group of purchase organization and with the schema group of supplier and with the procedure. So what we will going to do, if you remember, we have created one separate schema group of supplier 07, right? Let me just show you over here. Can you see this? This group 07. So what we will going to do, we will going to club all these three things together. How we will going to do? So what we will going to do here, go to new entries, select your purchase organization, schema group of purchase organization. Let's go for 1710, and your schema group of supplier is 07. And what is your procedure that you have created today? ZPOTS. Remember, you have to link all these three things together. Hit enter, save it. Okay. Once this configuration is done, now the next last setting is to be done in the vendor master data, wherein you have to assign this schema group of 07 in the vendor master data. Then only it will going to fetch this set of new pricing procedure with the defined condition types. So what you will going to do, come to this part, go to BP, and we have to check our supplier. What is our supplier? You have to go to the purchase order. Yes, this is the PO 173 3 times 031. Okay, just a moment. Let us check our own PO which we have created today. It was 753. Enter. 753. Yeah, it is 731. Okay. So this schema group should be assigned into the BP. Yeah, this is the one. Let us go with the start. Double click this. And we have to select, we are already in the purchasing view. And I will show you where you have to assign that 07. Display change. Scroll it down. There is a field for schema group vendor. Can you see this right now? Which particular schema group is appearing here?
Yeah, 01. Are we
Very
going to change
good.
this to 07?
Yes, yeah, yep, 01. So let us quickly check what is there in the configuration for 01. Okay. So this is, yes, this is our setting. No, hold on. No, this is the one I was referring to. Yeah, this one. The schema group of purchase organization is standard. Okay. And the 01 is linked to this pricing procedure, RM 1000. correct? So the moment we will going to change our schema group to 7, system will going to route all the conditions with reference to this pricing procedure. Getting the point, guys?
Yeah,
Yes.
I have a question.
Yep.
Yeah, okay, so when we link it with the vendor master, right? So when we're creating the purchase order, that's when all the conditions will pop up.
Exactly. Yes.
Okay.
Because in that particular purchase order, you will be choosing the supplier which is having this 07 in it. But if you are choosing a different supplier which is having 01 in it, then it will going to fetch the condition from the RM 1000. But if you are choosing a different supplier which is having 07, then this will going to fetch ZPOTS.
Okay, yeah, I understand it.
Right? Because after all the settings, the last setting is to be done in the vendor master data. So now I'm removing this 01 and we're going to assign 07, this one. And we're going to create a new purchase order. Okay, so changes are done. Let's come out and let us create a new purchase order with the same vendor. Net price, okay, net price, let's give as 50 rupees for 5 kg. Let us go to analysis now. Oh, wait, some issues there. One 173001. Let's do one thing in this. This is the schema group is assigned for this one. Let us remove this. Let us remove this as well. Okay. Oh, it is still fetching. Just a moment. Yes, this is correct. 07. $17.10. Okay. Define scheme for supplier 07. ZPO test. Let us now create a PO. 21M. Here you can see now. Can you see this? Now our condition is our pricing procedure is appearing. Can you see
Yeah.
everyone? And the issue was that actually the standard schema group is being given a higher preference, which is applicable to all the purchase organization, and that's why the system was always the giving us a different pricing procedure RM0000 as a standard one, which I have now removed from the system and I have maintained the conditions like this. Let me just show you once again. Schema group purchase organization is as a standard. This is going to get applied for all the purchase organization, and sorry, this one, and this will having a link with all those suppliers which are having this schema group 07, and this will going to pick this condition. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. And on the other hand, for any other suppliers, they will going to have this this configuration. Schema group of suppliers as, let's say, 01, the default one, and this will going to get assigned to the RM0000, which is the standard pricing procedure, this one. So all those vendors which are having the schema group as 01 and without any restriction on the purchase organization, those vendors will going to pick RM0000. Okay. So this is how the pricing procedure works. You can practice this into your system as well. You can create some small calculation schema, not like this big. You can just insert some 4 or 5 conditions only as per your convenience. And do the configuration as we have shown you in the system. Okay. Any questions so far, guys?
Not for now,
Okay. So let us take the attendance today.
Hey Rajiv, next class, can we just have like a rough idea of this again? I just want to read up on it, and if I have any questions, like I'll definitely ask you like before class starts.
Sure, definitely. Yes, yes, yes.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yep.
Hi, Rajiv. From an interview perspective, how many questions can be asked in this topic? Is it really important or?
Yes, it is important from the configuration point. They will ask you that how you configure the pricing procedure. So you have to tell them all the different steps, such as number one, the condition type. Okay, the condition type, how many conditions are needed by business. Those conditions could be your gross price, your manual gross price and the automatic gross price, discounts, freights, some surcharges, or okay, these types of conditions you have to define. And then you have to club all those condition types in a sequential manner in the pricing procedure. You can just understand the pricing procedure as a bucket which is holding all these different condition types, so that so that the actual calculation of the net price can happen. And also you can tell about the configuration that if there is a standard purchase organization we are using, then we have to assign the vendor schema with that standard purchase organization, and further this assignment will going to have a link with the pricing procedure as well, which is holding all these condition types together. And after this configuration is done, it is important to assign the vendor schema group in the vendor master data as well, so that whenever a purchase order is created with that particular vendor master, system will going to fetch that particular pricing procedure only, right?
Okay, yes, understood.
Yeah,
Thank you for summarizing that.
yeah, you're welcome. Okay, so let me just quickly copy all these people. Hope everyone is there in the meet in the class today. And on next Monday, let me just quickly check. So we are done with the PO pricing.
So I'm not able to see my name in that attendance list.
What's your name?
Abhishek Ram.
And you are there from last.
Yes, from first class only.
Oh, Abhishek Rana. Okay, it is there. Let me just copy in on all the classes. Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, thank you.
Just done, Abhishek. Yep.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. Yeah. I was just going to the syllabus. Yep. So we are done with the pricing procedure today, and let me just scroll a little up. On Monday, we will going to take care of this particular topic, valuation and account assignment. Okay, this particular topic touches different financial aspects as well, and it is a a kind of a integration between two modules, MM and FI. Whenever there is a movement of material, or whenever there is a purchase of any kind of a services, how the GL accounts are getting triggered automatically. Because if you remember, guys, whenever we are doing the good receipt in a particular purchase order, let me just go to this particular purchase order for which we have the GR posted here. We input the purchase order details, the quantity, the material details, everything is getting copied from the purchase order. But in the document info, I'm talking about the finance documents, we are never ever entering any GL account from our own, do we? Are we entering these GL accounts from?
No. Finance team is doing. No.
Exactly. So, but in this particular good receipt document, we are only dealing with the input of the purchase order. We may change the quantity as well, for which we want to post the GR, right? Only these things are being done by the inventory or the store user. But these particular GL accounts are getting triggered automatically with reference to some settings being done on the basis of the valuation class, right? And that we will going to learn and explore in our next session.
Sure. And Rajiv sir, this reconciliation account and GL account, they are same, right?
Absolutely.
Different term, same. Like
Yes, yeah. Actually, reconciliation is a word they have just chosen for their convenience, because they have to do some calculation to make a payment to the supplier. Because if let's say we have to take 45 rupees from the supplier, then that 45 negative entries will be there in the reconciliation account. So reconciliation is nothing, it's a GL account, it's an internal GL account which helps to do the calculation that how much exactly or actually is to be paid to the supplier. So if you remember, guys, there is a word, I do remember, when the milk vendor is giving us a slip. I do remember my olden days, I would say uh, some 20 or 25 years back, whenever he was giving a bill for milk, there is one line he is mentioning in the end, and that one line is in Hindi language, and I'm going to share that Hindi line with you all together. That sentence, what he used to wrote in Hindi was "Bhool chook leni deni." Do you remember that? "Bhool chook leni deni." You might have heard this. That means he is trying to uh, share that there might be some money you might have to taken from me as well, right? Sometime he is giving the bill of, let's say, for 54 kg, but as per your calendar calculation, the actual milk which we have purchased from him might be just 49 kg. So there is a difference of 4 kg. Are you getting the point? So this reconciliation account is a kind of a temporary account in which these random calculations are always and always happening. Sometimes we have to take some amount from the supplier, and definitely as far as the payment part is there, we always have to pay to the supplier. But some of the situation, in case of returning the amount to the supplier for which we have already done the payment, then we will going to recover that amount with reference to this reconciliation account only.
Okay, so can I inform what I understood?
Okay, sure.
Let's say we are purchasing milk from that milk vendor, and let's say that milk we have paid 100 rupees extra to that milk vendor.
Yes.
And this month we purchased 500 rupees milk from that vendor. So we will check that we will check that how much
Milk
money is
liters.
with that milk vendor. We'll check and we'll give only 400 rupees.
Exactly.
Because 100 rupees is already with the milk vendor.
Yes, because you had already mentioned in your accounts diary that 100 rupees we have to take back from the supplier in the next month payment. Correct?
Yes.
So that diary will going to act as a reconciliation account for you.
Okay.
In your home.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay, got it. So just to reiterate for your question, reconciliation account is nothing, but it is a actual GL account. Right? Abhishek, are you with us?
Yes, I was speaking in mute.
Okay, yeah, fine, yeah, absolutely fine. Okay. So we are wrapping up the session now, and thank you everyone for your time. And next class on Monday, we will going to learn about valuation and account determination, how these GL accounts are getting triggered during different processes which happens in the inventory management or any kind of material movement process.
Okay, thank you, Raju. Thank you, everyone.
Yeah, thank you everyone.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.